there it is. This is you guys made this happen, so thank you.
Something I just find absolutely hilarious is probably 66%, 2/3 of people that have DSLRs here are running the KC Neistat setup. It's just so funny to see setups that look nearly identical everywhere.
My name's Casey. I'm like shooting a scene for my 360 video right now. This is where it's supposed to be a panel at VidCon. I make daily videos, mostly just daily vlogs, and then sometimes daily other videos and stuff. So I think that the most important thing when it comes to consistency on YouTube is to constantly maintain a dialogue with your audience. The best way to do that is by posting content frequently at a rate that people expect. But I've actually found that like if you're really consistent from a creative perspective, it can be detrimental. It gets boring if it's the same thing day in and day out. So I push back against the notion of consistency when it comes to creative aspects. You guys know the term empty notebook syndrome? You know what that means? It's like when you're staring at a notebook that's completely empty, it is terrifying to write that first sentence. It is the scariest thing. And I think that making YouTube videos is no different.
So I've noticed a couple things. Every time I leave the state, I notice this, and that is Alaska doesn't seem to have like any sense of style. Like I see people wearing the craziest things. Do you have anything to add to that, Mr. Butterfield?
I have a wonderful sense of style, Ian.
Well, you do. He has a very good sense of style. Like, I see people wearing like the craziest, most awesome clothes. I don't see that in Alaska. We're just kind of
Dude, this is the We Have Pie shirt. I mean, honestly, that's a rad. This is my glasses change colors in the light. That is like epic pinnacle of style. Okay, style and efficiency.
How's your VidCon been so far, Quinn?
It's been delicious, thank you.
It's good. Very good. How was the Jacob Sartorius concert last night?
Delicious.
Let's see it, huh? Oh man.
Oh wait, who's coming out next? Is it Mom?
Hello? There it is. What's up, guys? I'm Darren. I'm going to be moderating. Dude, do we feel like your kids, your little family?
Yes, my foster children that I sometimes abuse, and I'm sorry. Wow, you guys just multiplied. I think that's what it is. Will, are you gonna use all that PR training we gave you? I didn't pay attention. If you don't know, Will's gonna be moderating a panel that I know Casey's on it. Who else is on it?
Superwoman lady, Bernie Burnsman, Hannah Harden, Ripple Dip is on it. Ripple Dip is on it. He split his pants recently.
But Discovery found out that he was gonna be moderating it, and they were like, okay, we need to help get like 3 people to tell you everything not to say.
And I should have paid attention to one of them.
I've had this problem where it's not the fact that I don't have confidence to talk on the camera, because that was the problem last year. The problem that I've realized this year is that I have no idea what to vlog. I mean, okay, when I get handed the diamond play button, of course I'm gonna film that. Like, that's a no-brainer. Like, I see someone famous, vlog that. But like, I don't know where and what to talk and what to be showing or what's interesting to people because I've never filmed this. I'm always filming a hike or something. If I go on a hike, I know exactly what to film. I've hit that point now that I know exactly what to film. What are your thoughts on that, Grayson?
I have no idea. Just film whatever you see if it's interesting. There's plenty of interesting stuff here. Just film whatever.
Yeah.
Then edit together all in post.
That's pretty good.
How do you balance between traveling to these amazing locations and just really like soaking up the experience for yourself versus through a lens?
This is something that I've been battling actually since I was starting, because it was always something like a big concern of mine, is traveling around and having these experiences but not actually having the experiences because I'm like filming everything. And after a while you just learn to not film some things. And I think it's important to remember that your audience doesn't know what they're missing out on. And if you don't get the best shot ever, and especially when I'm uploading every day, people aren't going to know that the best shot ever even happened, that you missed it, so you can enjoy it. And it's just about actually making a decision to put the camera down and enjoy a moment. And out of a 24-hour day, I usually end up with about between half an hour and 50 minutes worth of footage that I trim down to like 10 minutes.
What do you vlog on? What do you each? I'm talking about each of you.
This guy is a Sony A7S Mark II with a Sony 16-35mm lens on a Casey Neistat style selfie stick.
So how do you hold? You just like hold that up like that?
Yeah, so 16mm is quite wide, so if I'm here, like I'm getting you all in like that. I should be vlogging this right now. If I'm 100% honest, I've just been really lucky that I haven't really been caught. I mean, if I'm in a place where I really think that I shouldn't be flying my drone and I'm flying my drone, then I try not to film myself flying my drone. That's really terrible advice, actually. I'm going to rephrase that and say, make sure you have all your licenses, paperwork, and you're in like an FAA-approved flight area.
People don't realize this, but every time we release a video, because these become like our own children, because we put all our money and time into it, so when we release it, we'll see a negative comment, and it's like the most detrimental thing that I've ever experienced. And YouTube's kind of become a scary place for me personally, whereas like a lot of times now I can't read the comments, because yes, we get hate comments as well. But with that being said, like, we're always trying to push the boundary and push things as far as we can. With that being said though, we also have to be very cautious of how far we're pushing people. So a lot of times people ask, why don't you just invite everyone out to your video shoots? The problem with that is if we're having someone jump off a cliff holding a rope, you have to be very selective with who you're choosing, otherwise things can go wrong. But it's definitely like a lot of stress, because if I do something that's not as good as last week's video, then people start not wanting to watch. And a lot of these videos now, when we're doing things on like a massive scale, they're costing a lot of money. A couple of these videos we've done that cost a couple $100,000 just to pull off the stunt. So it's not always like the easiest thing to kind of pump those out every week.
It is currently about 8:30. My flight, I need to be leaving the airport in for about 1 hour. The smog and the fog and the clouds, I don't even know what you call it, rolls in so fast here, holy moly. And then it clears up in the day too. Very interesting. I mean, probably not interesting to anyone who lives here, but it's interesting to me because I just never see that. Something that I gotta say, since I'm leaving in 1 hour, and last year when I was here at VidCon, I was just so starstruck. Like, I saw everyone and I was like, oh my gosh, all these crazy people I've been watching for years, I've finally seen them, oh my gosh. But now I'd seen most of them last year, and then meeting, like actually seeing them again this year and talking to them, I saw them more as just, I'd say equals, like, especially after vlogging for 1 year, for almost a year now, is the one thing that I'm taking away, the one main thing that I'm taking away from this was when a lot of content creators were asked, what's next? What do you have next? And just about everyone rather said it directly, hence Casey Neistat, they just said more. Like, that's what they have next. They just want to do more. And I was like, that's I mean, I was like, that's exactly what I want to do. It's like, when I thought about it, I was like, that's all I want to do. I want to do what I'm doing, but I want to do more of it and better. So yeah, this is the last time I'll be in California for probably another year. I now really want to come back. I want to know where my channel is going in 1 year from now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the VidCon vlog. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you guys next time.